Hello to all my viewers. We don't have an automatic raid from her and the birds today since she's still busy wrapping up the Scrabble tournament that she's been directing. But that's all fine. We're going to be doing some more Polybridge. I will just get the game set up here. And there we go. Let's have some sound as well. As always, if the sound doesn't match my mic, then do let me know. So last time we got a bit stuck on this 50-50 level, so we switched over to the other 4-sheep difficulty campaign. Got about halfway through it. I'm going to switch back to the Arctic Tundra campaign, but skip over the 50-50 level and come back to that later. I'm going to look at the rest of the Arctic Tundra campaign, see if I can't get a bit further with it today. Let's jump right in. This is going to be another acrobatic level, a bit like the weekly challenge from last week, which we played at the end of last week's stream. This car here is very fast. Needs to collect all 4 of these checkpoints before reaching the flag. So we have another of these progressively less bridge-like bridges where we have to do some sort of loop-the-loop. Hello, Matcha. Welcome back to the stream. Yeah, it's probably going to be a bit quieter today because first of all, I don't have the automatic raid from her and the birds, and secondly, my Scrabble stream yesterday ended up going for 5.5 hours, and it's quite possible that 5.5 hours of Emma is enough Emma for a weekend. But thank you very much for dropping by, and hope you enjoy the Polybridge. Let me just get the drawing tool out a moment. I'm thinking that the path we need to take is going to look something like this. Now, something to note is that it doesn't matter what order we collect the checkpoints in, although they are numbered. Unlike last week's weekly challenge, where we did need to do them in a specific order. We just need to make sure we collect all 4 of them. This seems like the easiest solution in terms of how much bridge we have to support, but there is going to be a loop in the middle. We do have 2 foundations available, and I'm thinking we're going to have to make use of them. So I'll go ahead and stick one of them here and one of them here. Then I'll start building where I think the road needs to go, although we might need to tweak it later. We start by just dropping down to this star. Need to keep this fairly smooth, otherwise it's just going to break apart when the car tries to come through it. We need to leave a gap here because we're going to be coming back round again and going out that way. Then we need to come round the top here, drop back down again, have another gap, jump over this bit of road here, land here, and then up here to the end. So that's the plan. Now we need to build some sort of structure to support all this. As usual with this sort of contraption, I think it's best to start with steel and then downgrade to wood later if we need to stay within our budget. Once we've established how well it's actually supported. So I'm thinking something like that with the steel to support that piece, and then this piece can sort of arch across. Like this. Actually, probably that's good enough. Then the tricky bit, which is this loop, I guess something like that. That then needs to balance on top of here. that. Then another arch here, maybe. We also don't seem to have LT Bago in the chat today. I don't know if he's lurking. Again, last night's stream did overrun quite a bit, and I think T-Bago had to leave before the end, so it's possible he's busy, which is fine. No one is under any obligation to be here. So there's our starting point for our solution. Let's see how well it holds up. Not very well. So it turns out this car is a little faster than I thought, and it's actually going to fly over the star at the start, which is a problem. So we need to slow it down enough that it actually collects this star. I'm wondering if just sticking a bit of road here is going to be enough to do that. No, it actually still drives over. We'll try a slightly bigger piece of road. Okay, there we go. So now that's slowed it down enough that it collects the star. It doesn't quite have enough momentum to jump up to the next star, which is unfortunate. Let's see if we can make this bend a bit smoother to correct that. We don't actually have to drop down quite as far, I think. You don't actually have to touch the entire star for it to count as collected. It's enough to just touch the very tip of it. So something like this should be okay. And if we maybe add an extra road in here so that the curve is a bit smoother. Let's give that a go. Okay. We need better support here then. Okay, let's see what's happening. The car is actually jumping over this section of the bridge. So we perhaps need to slow it down even more. Stop it from jumping quite as high. Yeah, just need to spread the force out on this corner. There we go. Okay. So we have collected all the stars and we've reached the flag. We are in the top 32% of solutions, which isn't bad for a first attempt. But yeah, we spent 132,000 on this, and somebody managed to do it for 15,000. So there's obviously room for improvement. But we'll move on for now. So we have a bulldozer, which appears to have two giant wheels attached to it, and also a moped that needs to get over here. I think I have a feeling I know what it wants us to do. I think this bulldozer is going to push. Yeah, it's going to push this wheel. And it could just push the wheel out of the way. But I think we're going to have to build something that's attached to these wheels. It's given us there's this joint in the middle of the wheel, this little yellow square here, which we can attach things to. So the first step, I think, is just building a bridge for the bulldozer to make it across the gap. And I think what we then need to do is build a bridge on top of these wheels, which the moped will use to make it across the gap. So I'll do this one first. We can't build in this area. It's possibly a little hard to see on the stream, but some areas of the map are lighter than others, and those are the areas we can build in. So we can't actually put any supports above this bridge, but we can put supports below it. So that's what we'll do. And we'll just make an arch down here. Let's see whether that supports the bulldozer. Okay, yeah, that only broke because a moped fell on it halfway through. So that part of the bridge is done. What I then think we need to do is actually build something on here, like this. And it'll need to be exactly the right height so that the moped can drive onto it. I'm not exactly sure how we're going to do that. I think best thing to do is guess and then see how close we were. So this is going to be slightly higher when it gets here because this is a slope. So maybe this is actually already high enough, in which case I can put the roads here. So, assuming this doesn't just collapse, the bulldozer should push it along. Okay, turns out it's not quite fast enough and the moped gets there first. So we need to make this a bit longer in order for it to get there in time. So let's try it like that now. Okay, it almost gets there in time. If I lower this, then hopefully the moped will be able to drop onto it. There we go. Okay. So then we have the problem that it just drops off the back because this doesn't stop. It will only stop when the bulldozer reaches this flag. So we also need to make it longer in the other direction. Fortunately, they've given us space to build here. And I assume if we just fill up all this space, then that's going to be long enough. Okay, that is... Oh, yeah, it is long enough, it just wasn't quite high enough to reach this platform with the flag on it. So we need to raise this whole thing up. There we go. Okay, and hopefully this can get to its flag. Yes, okay. So that was in the bottom 35% of solution, so not a particularly good solution. I think it's just because I built the whole thing out of steel, and I could have used wood. But we'll continue for now. What I'll probably do when I finish the campaign is I'll go back through every level in the campaign, and the ones that I didn't do very well on, I will try optimizing them. So, what do we have here? We have two sort of drone-like vehicles hovering right where we need our bridge to go. 3 hot air balloons conveniently providing places for us to support our bridge. And a limo, which needs to get across this very large gap. So, the obvious thing to do is just build a bridge that avoids the drones. Something like this. However, I have a feeling it's going to be a bit more complicated than that. I'm just going to run this to see what happens. Okay, yeah, so the attachments on the balloons are actually moving. So each of these points rotates, which means the bridge that is suspended from it is also going to move. So I have to ensure that firstly it avoids the drones, but secondly the limo can still drive along it. So I think we sort of need to make the bridge out of 3 segments, one here, one here, and one here, and then have flexible joints between those segments. So I'll make the first segment look something like this, and I'll just check whether this works without tearing itself apart before I move on to the next section and then the next section. Now the limo isn't particularly heavy, so just wood supports here should be fine. I'm just, as soon as this starts moving, it's going to cause a problem. Yeah, and in fact I probably want to not have a support here so that this piece stays still and this piece flexes. Yeah, like this. Hopefully the limo can still drive on it. Okay, it can't drive on it while it's going up, but then, okay, when it gets level again, it can. And then the problem at that point is this will be a lot higher, but we still need it to go under this drone, unless we make the whole thing go over the drone, which is maybe also a possibility. I wonder if it moves a little bit less if we do that. Okay, it still does that, but then it is able to go through. Okay, yeah, that still works. So if we build another section to this that looks something like that. Oops. And then I wonder if one rope will be enough here. Obviously, at the moment, this is going to collide with the drone, but what I'm assuming is that this will lift it up, and then I think it will make enough space. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's going to be high enough not to hit the drone, but this did break. So if we do something like that, and that. Okay, not that simple. We need to figure out where the hinges are going to be in these pieces, where they're going to flex from. Maybe something like that. Ah, I've just realised why. Yeah, this piece is rotating the other way. This piece is rotating clockwise. This is rotating counterclockwise. So we can't actually have a bridge that's just attached to both of them because it will fall apart. So yeah, there's no springs available. If we had springs, this level would be a lot easier. But we can probably do it without springs. If I make this a rope, yeah, that's still no good. If I just temporarily detach this from here and attach it here instead, ignore the fact that this piece is swinging. Okay, yeah, that's still going to pull it too far. So we actually need to build some slack into the bridge, I think, which means if I have this whole thing sink down a bit lower. then attach it here. That gives us more scope to straighten it out without it breaking. Yeah, okay, I know that piece breaks. Yeah, if we suspend that piece like that, it doesn't break. So now we might be able to attach this piece back to it. Let's see how that does. Okay. It's doing alright until it gets hit by the drone. So this does actually need to start higher up in order to avoid the drone. Is that going to be high enough? It's almost high enough, it just barely catches it, so let's move it up a bit more. Okay, still catches it. Move it up a bit more. There we go, okay. So the whole thing doesn't fall apart and the limo can drive along it. Unfortunately, the limo gets stuck on this. The gap here is so small that the limo actually can't get through it. That's going to be awkward to solve, actually. Yeah, so the problem is when it gets here. This gap is really small, and the limo is going to hit that. But we can't just make this lower because then it hits the drone. So I wonder if maybe we can make it lower on this side and leave the middle where it is. See if that helps. No, it's still not going to fit in there. The other thing we could do is try attaching the rope somewhere different, like maybe attach the rope there instead. See if that helps. Okay, the limo still gets stuck, but it only gets stuck temporarily. It doesn't. It does then make it through. So then we need to build the rest of this bridge. We don't actually need to make it back down to this joint here. We can just sort of build the bridge out like this and have the limo fall off at the end. That still counts as a successful bridge. Let's extend this section a little bit, maybe with another rope, and then have another section that hangs off here. Does this? Yeah, so this one's going clockwise again, which is going to flex quite a bit. But if I do this, let's do it slightly shorter to start with and see how that goes. Again, we'll need a rope attached to this. Probably 2 ropes. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't really work because it just falls down. Let's try that. It doesn't work because it buckles in the middle. Let's do the thing again where we split it into 2 sections. Okay, that needs to be a rope. Right, yeah, this is not handling being pulled up by this very well. How do we resolve that? think we actually need to build this lower. I'm just worried it's going to hit the drone, but we probably need to build it lower. This should lift it. Okay, it almost gets lifted out the way of the drone in time, just not quite. So why is it not? Hi there, Dustin. No worries about being late. Obviously, you were subjected to 5.5 hours of Emma yesterday, so that's probably enough Emma for anyone for one weekend. So I'm not expecting much attention on this stream. Just working my way through the Polybridge campaign. I've reached this level, which is proving rather difficult. It's the one where the only supports for your bridge are these rotating things. And so far, the bridge I've made, I mean, it stays together, and the limo can drive on it. But I'm having problems with this last bit because someone's decided to fly drones through, and they're just getting in the way. I think I just need to raise this part up a bit. Might actually be able to leave these parts separate from each other. That might help avoid the drone. You need to play more of this game? Yes. I would love to see more of this on your stream, Dustin. Can I get away with this? Well, it depends when you stream, Dustin. Obviously, if you're streaming at 5 AM my time, then I can't be there, and I wish I could be there, but I can't be. Whereas, if you're streaming earlier, I will make every effort to catch it. I think this is just the right-hand side of the bridge pulling the left-hand side apart, which is why this collapses. Yeah, there's nothing actually wrong with this side. It's just this side causing the problems. I'm wondering if I should start by anchoring this side to the edge, like I've done over here, and then going from there. So if I build out something like that, I can actually start this lower because this will pull it up. Maybe more like that. And as I've done on this side, I'll do 4 sections and then a hinge to give the bridge a bit more flexibility. Yeah, still not sure quite what the optimum way of supporting these sections is. If I try this, does this... Okay, that just pulls itself apart. Because that's going that way. Yeah, so we can't have a rope there. If we just have a rope there, it breaks. So maybe 2 ropes like that? Okay, that doesn't work either. This looks so simple. Yeah, so if it was just build a bridge, that would be easy. It's the fact that the supports for the bridge are all constantly moving. I'm thinking that I can probably get away with just having a support here. Holding up this piece, and then that might help. No, it still pulls itself apart. Yeah, because this joint here is eventually going to be here, so this rope is going to be here, and there's no way this can reach. Yeah, we need to build in some flexibility into this section. So if we maybe design this so that it more we do it like this, so that this rope can be longer. And then as it rotates, well, it snaps instantly, of course. As it rotates, it should pull it up. Yeah, the ropes just aren't strong enough. I'm going to try it with a cable instead of a rope. It's also swinging rather violently. The way we can make it swing a bit less. Maybe if we put the cable here. Here and here. Okay, yeah, that's not swinging now, it's just tearing itself apart. Yes, I know it's pulling the bridge apart, Justin. There needs to be somehow I need to build flexibility into the bridge by not making the two sections in a straight line. I think maybe I have to do something more like this. So then, basically, I need to start with a bend here. If I've got a bend here, then as this rotates, it pulls the whole thing straight. Obviously, I still need this here. Yeah, I need it to not swing wildly like that at the start. That's why I think I need a stronger material. This, see, it's different. This one at the start here. This is rotating towards the land, so all I need to do is have a gap here. Then this gap contracts. Whereas over here, it's rotating the opposite direction, so it's pulling further away. So I guess maybe if I build with a contracted gap, if that makes sense. Is it also... yeah, this is also closer to the edge than this one was, which is misleading. Maybe if I build more like... this? And then attach this here. What does this do? Oh, that's still going to pull it apart. Yeah, I'm having trouble visualizing what to do with this section. I wonder if I can just brace a support against the wall and ignore this this altogether. I've got 98,000 to spend. If I do something like that, and then this. And just ignore the fact that there's another support there. Yeah, let's try that for now. Then I just need to have a section here that's going to stay. Is this... Yeah, that is working how it is. So I just need to join these two bits together. And have it not rip itself apart. It should be less likely to rip itself apart now because only one end is moving. No, it does still rip itself apart. Right, because that wants to go down there. Okay. Can I allow this to flex? I mean, yes, but then the whole thing is gonna... You just make this a rope. Yeah, this is a tricky one. I think maybe again the answer is this is obviously cheese, but it just seems a bit too janky to make a reliable solution off of these things. Hello, Mikael Lolpe. Welcome to the stream. I don't think I've seen you in here before. I've been in your stream a few times. Welcome, and hope you enjoy my attempt at the Polybridge campaign. We've done most of the campaign, and we're on the more difficult levels now that do crazy things like this. Right, is this actually supporting? Okay, this is supporting itself until this moves. At which point it's not supporting itself. Okay, I'm wondering if I can just leave this here, have the limo drive onto it, and then not worry about what to do with this rotating thing. We need to get this road at the right height. Thank you very much for the follow, Mikael Lolpe. Right, is this actually going to make it here? No. Okay, this is at the right height. It's just it's not in the right place at the right time. I'm glad to hear you consider me a friend on the internet. That is very generous of you. I need to drop this down a bit so that the limo can actually reach it. Dustin, dude, that is untrue. You have at least 3 Fren, possibly 4. Well, Dustin, you have a Discord, right? I don't think I'm stalking you just by virtue of being on your Discord. And in your Discord, you have a role which is Fren. And there are four people with the Fren role. So, are you saying that those people are not your friends? Because if so, why do they have the Fren role? Right, this might be low enough. Should you change it? Well, are you saying that you don't consider those people to be friends? After all this time, Dustin, that we've known each other. Change it to enemy. That's a bit mean. Right, is this actually going to connect now and have... Well, not connect, but... No, okay, the limo whacks into the edge of it. Just need to move it back a bit. I will also make it a little bit lower again. And maybe just strengthen this cable. Need to share the load equally in these sections. There we go. Internet friends are not real, you cannot prove you're sentient. So, I would understand that if it's just someone in Discord, but I'm here on camera, Dustin, speaking to you. Like, clearly I am a real person. Whether you consider me a real friend is another matter, but I'm clearly a real person. Why? Can this limo not just drive onto the bridge rather than doing this? I think maybe if I just put an extra bit of road on here, that would be good enough. Let's see if that helps. I am just pixels. I mean, I'm quite a lot of pixels. I mean, look at all this. This is a lot of pixels, Dustin. Probably enough pixels that you can't see the individual pixels. And therefore, I'm an image rather than pixels. Okay. Are you actually going to... Oh, for God's sake. Almost. Let's strengthen this a bit. And are you going to drive off? Yes. Okay. Well, it drove on there and then the whole thing collapsed. Yeah, I can't lower this bit, Mikhail, because there's this drone flies through, and if it was any lower, then it would hit this, and that would break it. This cable broke, so I'm going to try attaching this cable in a slightly different place and see if that stops it breaking. Sometimes Emma is just a picture when her cam freezes. Yeah, that happened twice yesterday for some reason. It hasn't happened today yet. Okay, let's see how we go this time. Are you going to land on the bridge? Come on. And... no, okay. We need it to be a slightly softer landing when it drives onto the bridge. I think that's what we need to fix here. Let's try that again. But yes, I'm glad all the time that we've known each other, Dustin. You're still not even convinced that I'm real. It's nice to know that all this time I spend on the internet is not wasted. And oh, why is this collapsing now? That makes no sense. Okay, that broke. I'll make that rope, but I'll also see if I can figure out why it's breaking. Because I thought this all sort of worked and held itself together. Okay, it does hold itself together. I'm not sure what the fuss was about. Okay, limo is now going. Okay, it's just when this back wheel bangs down that it puts a bit of stress on the bridge. What you are viewing is just a video. I mean, it's a live broadcast. It's not just a pre-recorded video. That would be quite tricky if this was a pre-recorded video and yet I was responding to you with the correct answers in every time. Okay, yeah, it's just when this back wheel hits. Let's see if I can stop that back wheel from clonking down quite so hard. Okay, I don't think anything I can do at this point will convince Dustin that I'm real. Yeah, this is actually pre-recorded. I just knew exactly what Dustin was going to say. Okay, well we broke something else. That's progress, maybe. How did that break? Oh, is this... This road might be taking some of the stress of the bridge. Yeah, it is. That's not good. Make this cable as well. Actually, can probably be rope, but I'll make it cable. I've got the budget to spare. Right, there should no longer be any stress running through this section of the bridge. Okay, now it's just that bit. So if I connect that directly to there. We'll get there eventually. Okay, this time it was this steel piece. Okay. We will get there eventually. Gee, why is that more stressed now they did that? Doesn't make much sense. There. Okay, that breaks. Let's preemptively strengthen this as well. That could be true, T-Bago. I think I know how it feels in that regard. I did have a very long stream yesterday, and I do apologise, T-Bago, for dragging out yesterday's stream so long. I don't think you caught all of it. But the problem was, after the Scrabble tournament finished, I got a lot more viewers, and people kept wanting games, and it was just good to keep the stream going while I had lots of interest. As you can see, on a Sunday and also on a Friday, to an extent, when I'm not streaming Scrabble, my streams get a lot less attention. So I want to focus everything on the Scrabble stream and just chill out a bit on these streams. Okay, that cable broke. Dustin, thank you very much for redeeming Blaha. I now have to go and show you the Blaha, which I think I described in the redeem, but maybe I didn't. Have a shork. Did you not see this before, Dustin? I'm sure you're in the stream when I showed off the Blaha. No? Okay. So yeah, well, you see, I'm transgender, so I think it's actually a legal requirement that I own one of these. I don't know how IKEA managed to pull that stunt, but it's worked out quite well for them. Hello, Dumploid. I think that's the first time I've seen you in chat, so welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy the Polybridge and the Blaha. You have a shark from Bass Pro Shops. Okay, yeah, this one is actually from IKEA, and I believe Blaha translates in Swedish as blue shark. So let's have the Blaha here with us while we try and finish this level. Assuming I can type and Blaha. Yes, hope you stick around, Dumploid. So I stream Friday, Saturday, Sunday, starting around 4 p.m. Eastern, and on paper running for 2 hours, but in practice it's until I've had enough. I do Polybridge. I do Dwarf Romantic on Fridays, and on Saturdays I usually play Scrabble, including some weird Scrabble variants. Yesterday we tried a game where all Pokemon were valid Scrabble words, and that proved quite interesting. I think we managed to play about 16 Pokemon. Right, assuming I can still see the screen with this here. What about shooty gun game? Yeah, so I'm not quite so into shooty gun games. I have tried them before. Don't forget, Dustin, there is a channel point redeem for choose what game I play. If you ever feel like making Emma do a game. Although I reserve the right not to if I don't actually own that game or something like that. Yes. Yeah, I could. Well, Michael is better qualified than me to say the correct Swedish pronunciation of things. I'm just repeating the pronunciation that I've heard from other people. It is only 300 points. Well, it's not for me to necessarily change what game I'm playing now. It's just to prepare a different game for another stream, especially if I'm already an hour into this stream. Think of it as more like a suggestion rather than Emma, you must immediately start a new game. But yes, the way I've structured my redeems is if I feel like they're not being used enough, I'll make them cheaper, and if I feel like they're being used too much, I'll make them more expensive. And so far, no one's redeemed that one, so clearly it's not too expensive. Okay. So the wheel isn't bouncing down on the bridge really. This cable is just not taking the weight. So thank you, Mikhail Lopi, for redeeming nothing. Let's see if 2 cables here is better than 1. Okay, 2 cables was not better than 1. In that case, I think we just need to start this support from lower down, so let's do that. By thanking people for redeeming nothing, they aren't really getting nothing, are they? Good point. Okay. I just won't acknowledge that channel point redeem in future then. But even then, they'd be getting a flashy thing on the screen that said they've redeemed it. I wonder if I can turn that off. Right, let's see if this provides a bit more support. Okay, what it actually does is make the whole bridge flex, which is not what I wanted at all. Try that again. Okay, a different part broke. That's progress. Okay, we actually did it. The bridge broke at the end, but let's ignore that. I would like to eventually do the whole campaign unbreaking as well, but we shall move on because we spent quite a long time on this level, and come back to it later to do it unbreaking. Okay, what have we got to do here? We've got a motorbike, and a large gap, and a flag. But we can only build within these lighter coloured areas, so we can build here and we can build here. We can't build in the middle. So I'm going to assume we have to engineer some sort of jump. Dumploid says, I came out to my mum Friday today and had to also explain what Blahab was, but it really does feel like a requirement that we own one. Okay, Dumploid, I'm going to assume that you are also transgender, in which case, yes, rest assured that you are very much welcome in this stream, and that you have my support in trans MB, yes, okay. You very much have my support. Why is it a trans thing? Well, I don't know, Dustin. It was just an internet meme, honestly. But, you know, here I am on the internet. I might as well participate in internet memes, because then I have a nice cuddly shark. And who wouldn't want a nice cuddly shark? I mean, it is, you look at it, it's quite big, as a plushie goes. And I guess it's in the trans colours because the blue and the pink and the white. Well, no, Dustin, anyone is welcome to have one, assuming that IKEA still has them in stock. No, I realise you're not LGBT yourself, Dustin, but you are very much welcomed by the community, as long as you are not homophobic, transphobic, or anything like that, which I'm sure you're not. Hello, Zando. Welcome back to whatever madness this is. I wonder if this motorbike is fast enough to just jump over a jump. That seems a bit easy, but we'll give it a go. Yes, Queerfolk and Transfolk just kind of embraced it as a symbol. That's right. Yeah, I'm sure it started as an internet meme, but then everything does these days. You've been lurking while eating lunch. Yes, I suppose, yes, that's true. Over in Zandoland it is lunchtime. It's 10 PM here. So, with enough steel, I should just be able to make this support itself. And then we can optimize it later if we have to. And then I guess I'll find out if it works or not, and if it doesn't work, why it doesn't work. Yeah, okay. That's not very fast. I was hoping it might be a bit faster than that. Okay. In that case, I suspect we have to make something that falls into place on the top of the bridge. We do have springs, which will help with that. If we bring this like that and make something like this, and then have a spring that allows it to fall down. That might be enough. Yeah, as T-Bago says, you don't have to be part of the LGBT community to be considered an ally, and therefore welcome. I need it to just fall down the right amount, not too little, not too much. Somewhere there's a sweet spot here. I mean, of course, the thing is when the bike drives onto it, then that will actually push it down even further, so I have to be careful. Yeah, that's too far. Okay, that might be good enough. Let's see if it can actually drive up that. Okay, yeah. Then if we have something similar the other side, probably only need one bit here. And it needs to fall forward and not backward. Yeah, like that. Let's see if this is a small enough gap for it to jump over now. No, not quite. I could also, of course, just put a road down here and catch it. That is another option. Yeah, I'll make the right hand side road start lower. To act as more of a catch. That makes it easier to fulfill the rest of the requirements. Let's try. Let's have a cable here to help hold this up. Let's see if this works. Almost. Donks onto the road there. Maybe if I make this longer, that could work. I'm gonna have to move the Blaha slightly because I can't see the screen to select the materials. Okay. Yeah, something like that, except don't spring quite as far. This is a bit of a balancing act. What if I start the spring from further back? I don't need all those. Almost. It is a very delicate balance here, and I do need to strengthen this bit under here as well. Okay, that almost made it. Hi Miggy, hello! Thank you very much for resubscribing. I think you were either my first or second subscriber, I don't remember. So, yeah, it's great to have you here again for another month. I'm playing Polybridge 3 right now, and struggling a little bit with this level. Make it a little longer so it rests on the other side. Yeah, oh, that was close there. I just need to have this not fall apart when it lands. Yes, all the founder badges are accounted for now. I have had 10 subscribers. So, yeah, that's a prestigious little symbol you've got there, my Miggy. Shows you were there right from the start supporting me, and that is very much appreciated. Yes, well, I'm streaming 3 times a week at the moment, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, starting around 4 p.m. Eastern time every day, and continuing for 2 to 3 hours or sometimes longer. Dwarf Romantic on Fridays, Polybridge on Sundays, and then Saturday is usually Scrabble or other word game type content. So that last solution worked, but I'm over budget, so I need to save some money somewhere. And the easiest way to save money, I think, is just not to have quite so much steel. I feel like that can be wood. That might actually be, yeah, that's enough for it to be under budget. So if this still works, then it's a success. It's not a very good solution, I don't think, because it's very expensive. But yeah, this just sort of sinks down and then, right, yeah. The idea is it sinks down just enough that the bike can jump across. That is tricky. I mean, I don't know if you've seen this game before, my Biggie, but the premise of it is fairly straightforward. I have a vehicle over here, and it needs to get to this flag over here. There's a gap in the middle, and I have to build a bridge across the gap. And the early levels in the game are just, here's a gap, you build a bridge. But later on, they start making it more difficult. And the difficulty here is that you're not allowed to build in this grey strip in the middle of the screen. So you can't just build a bridge. You have to build 2 bridges, one on each side, and then a sort of jump in the middle to join them together. Which is surprisingly difficult. Let me put this back to being steel, because I think that worked better. Let's maybe save money by doing that. Okay, yes, I've been playing this, I think, for a couple of months now. I am getting towards the end of the campaign, but it's certainly taken me a lot longer to do these later levels. Are you serious? The bike is stuck perfectly balanced on the edge of the bridge there. See if I can do something about that. Let's do that. If I actually make this higher, he's more likely to fall off, I think. So that might actually help. Okay, well, he did fall off. He fell off the wrong way. Let's make this slightly... I just tweak it a tiny bit so that this doesn't flop over quite as quickly. See if that helps. Or is he in fact going to get stuck? No, he's still going. Okay, yeah, that's far enough now that he's not going to get stuck. So now I just need to reinforce this bit of the bridge. And then I need to save money again. This is cheaper? Yeah, that's cheaper, so I'll do that. And then... actually, this is probably cheaper as well. Yeah, that's not an option though. I think probably just go back to using wood here, because that helped. Maybe wood here. Gives me a bit of breathing room. Being a driver in this game would indeed be absolutely terrifying. Even if the bridge worked, you'd know that it had been built to be absolutely as cheap as possible. Which I suppose is sort of how things work in real life as well. Okay, so he made it over. That's the good news. The bad news is he's not made it to the flag. So let's try lowering that. We're so close to solving this one. It's just not quite there. Yeah, well, fortunately they were wearing... This is why you should always wear a helmet while motorbiking, because... there we go. So that worked. The bridge didn't break. We were under a budget. We're in the bottom 17% of solutions. We spent $64,000, and people have solved this level for $17,000. So definitely not a good solution, but I'll take it. Right, what do we need to do now? We have a bus and we have some other weird vehicle. And we need to get them to... Okay, the bus needs to get to this yellow flag, and then this vehicle needs to get all the way over here. And we're only allowed to build in this area here that's highlighted. We can't build anything up here. Yeah, well, that's my feeling, Dumploid. I haven't really tried like budget optimization in this game yet because I just like having fun with it. I will go back and do that at some point. But yes, I agree that fun solutions are good solutions. Okay, so making a bridge for the bus is easy. We just build a road there and then support it. Getting this vehicle across is going to be a lot more difficult. There's some sort of crash barrier here, so even if there wasn't a bus, it can't just drive across here. So I think what we need to do is let the bus across, then lower this down so that this can go down here. And then because we can't build here, we're going to have to make some sort of jump here. So I'll start with just making something that can carry the bus across. Probably use some steel. I might be able to get away with wood for these bits. Something like that. Okay, that does indeed get the bus across. And then, yeah, so this thing is going to go. It's going to smack into the back of the bus. Fall through the bridge. Yeah, that doesn't really get it anywhere. But we do have hydraulics in this level. So I should just be able to lower the entire bridge once the bus has gone across. That should allow this vehicle to come down here. Okay, yeah, so then it should just be a case of building a jump here. Now the hydraulic is going to contract to half its length. This distance is 4 meters, so half of that is 2 meters, which is there. So that should be able to attach to here. It's actually going to be more like there. So that should be able to attach itself. Once that's attached, I should just be able to build something like this as a jump. And then hopefully it's got enough speed to reach the flag, because if it hasn't, I don't see how this is ever going to work. So we'll do something like that. We'll just overdo the supports on this so it doesn't fall apart. There. Let's see how that goes. Okay, I didn't quite have the attachment point in the correct place there. Let's just do that bit again. Okay, that's better. Okay, well that worked. That was a slightly easier level. So again, not a great solution cost-wise. I mean, bottom 37%, but I'll take it. Let's move on. Okay, we have two vehicles. We have a forklift and then we have a car, which is currently being carried by the forklift. And we need to get the forklift across to its flag over here. The flag for the car is here. But there's an obvious problem, which is that the car can't drive to the flag because it's upside down on the forklift. We also have these two stars, so the car needs to collect both of these checkpoints, these stars, before it can finish. So what I think we're going to have to do is bring the car across here on the forklift and then somehow flip it over off the forklift so that it can drive back again. So the first step is just getting everything across this bridge. How heavy is the forklift? I might need steel again. So 2 bridges like that should be sufficient to get it across. And okay, yeah, so the car does collect its checkpoint even though it's upside down. Right, yeah, so then the problem is, what do we do with the car? And oh yeah, Miggy, that's fine. Getting proper amount of sleep is very important. And I say that as someone who was streaming at 2 a.m. yesterday. Thanks for dropping by. Enjoy your emotes. Thanks again for subscribing, and hope to see you again soon. Right, so my plan here is to have some sort of contraption like this, with a road attached to a hydraulic, which hopefully knocks the car off of its off of the forklift. But let's see if that is even vaguely correct. Okay. I've succeeded in flipping the car onto its back, which is not quite what I was trying to do. I wonder if I need to flip the whole forklift over. That might work. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try flipping the forklift over completely. In which case, we need to have a road here that it can drive onto. And then we need some hydraulics back here that are going to pull backwards on it. And flip it over, possibly. Let's see how that goes. Speed this up a bit. No, that doesn't work. We need to support this point here on something. Probably like that. And then that needs to be stronger. Oh, this also needs to detach from here. Yeah, this forklift just really doesn't want to move. Let's make this joint stronger. Oh, there we go. Okay. Right, so now the car is the right way up. Unfortunately, it's got a forklift on its head. I was hoping there might be a second hydraulic phase for the hydraulics to go back again, but there weren't. So, in that case, need to flip it a bit further. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now the forklift is out the way. The car can't drive through this. However, we should just be able to... Oh, no, we can't drop it off because we don't get an extra hydraulic phase. Yeah, that's annoying. We're almost there. We've flipped it over and the car is free to drive off. Except that the bit of bridge we just flipped over is in the way. And we don't get an extra hydraulic phase to flip it back again. So what we probably need to do is have a hole in the flipping arm for the car to drive through. Let's see if that works. So that should still flip over. Yeah, there we go. And then that goes over there. Yes, there we go. Okay, so the car can drive through the hole in this flipping arm that we made, and the forklift is over here. Now, it doesn't quite work because the car needs to collect this other checkpoint as well. So while all that's going on, while this flipping is happening, we also need to be moving these two bridges. Which we can also do with hydraulics. If we build two hydraulics here, tell them to extend rather than contract. Actually, that might not be far enough. It might be far enough. We don't actually need to extend it all the way down to this joint here, just far enough down that the car can get the star. So it's probably enough to just do this. And then have a bit of road in the middle like this, so that it can collect the star. Okay, let's see how that goes. I'll zoom out so we can see the whole thing. Something fell apart in my bridge. Oh, right, that needs to both be set to 1. Yeah, setting the split joints can be a bit finicky sometimes. That comes over there, flips itself over. Meanwhile, these two bits of bridge lower down, so that the car can come down here, grab that checkpoint, and we are done. That was good. Okay, so top 48%. So this solution is pretty much average. Bang in the middle. But yeah, people obviously still did it a lot cheaper. People have been spelling out words, sending messages to popular YouTubers with the gallery solution. Yeah, moving on. Okay, this is interesting. So we have some pre-placed sections of bridge here. We can't delete these or edit them in any way. Obviously, we need to hold them up with something, otherwise that will happen. The truck needs to get to this flag. The car needs to get to this flag. But we can't just send the car over the top and the truck underneath, which would be the obvious answer, because the car needs to get this blue checkpoint as well. So car needs to go like that. Truck probably can't share the bottom bit of the bridge because it would crash into the car. So it probably needs to go like that. And then hopefully they're fast enough that they can jump the gaps. We'll find out, I guess. So the car is going to be going like that, but if we leave a space for the truck, we can actually start this bridge slightly further back to make the slope easier. And then I guess we'll see if it can clear a gap of that size or not. then we need to hold up this section of the bridge. Okay, let's just run that to start with and see what happens. I'll just put some basic supports on this side so the whole thing doesn't fall over. Okay. Maybe this is going to have to be steel just to hold up this side of the bridge. Let's put steel here, and that ought to be enough. Maybe also this sort of support. Okay, that piece is no good. It needs to be steel. Okay, this is not quite high enough for the truck to get under. Yes, we need to allow a bit more clearance, which means not having a piece here or here, or making them out of steel. We might just have to make them out of steel. So steel can be longer than road and wood. Okay, that works. So then it's not going to have enough speed to make a jump, and although we could in theory build a ramp to let the truck jump over the car, you'd have to build it here, and we can't build there. So I think what we need to do is some sort of trapdoor arrangement, which is sort of a theme in later Polybridge levels. What you have to do is you have a road that sits here, but is supported in such a way that the truck can push it up out of the way, and then it comes back down again for the car. So it would start in this position, and you would have a spring supporting it, something like that. And then hopefully, okay, yeah, hopefully the truck has enough momentum to push the spring out the way, but maybe it doesn't, in which case make more of that be a spring. No, what about making this whole thing a spring? Yeah, still not going to work, so I think we need to get rid of those supports and allow this whole section of bridge to move. Something like that. Have this whole section be a trapdoor. You're going to be able to move that. Now, this truck really doesn't have much force behind it, does it? Let me try something slightly different here. You can effectively have this whole section be attached by a spring. If we build a support up from here, maybe if we angle it out this way, have a rope to hold it in place, and then we can have a spring here. Yeah, now this whole section is on the spring. Okay, the truck still doesn't have the ability to push it upwards, which is unfortunate. See if I can make it easier. we maybe have this be a spring and this also be a spring. No, it does still seem like it's just a bit too heavy. Let's put this bit back to being normal bridge. Just have this bit be the spring bit. We don't actually need this arrangement if we have a support here. We can just do that. Yeah, it's starting to look like this solution isn't going to work because the truck just isn't pulling that out, pushing that out the way. So the alternative is we do the reverse of that. We have the car push something down. In that case, let's just get something set up here so that the truck can drive across. And then we'll come back and look at that side. On this side, we're going to need something similar, so I'll use this as a starting point. We can probably just do that. Worry about attaching that there. Oh, actually, yeah, that doesn't fit, so we might as well do that. We can get like halfway through the level just by doing this. Actually, I'm going to leave that off to start with. So yeah, the truck is going to drive over. Yeah, we need to remember to leave enough clearance here. Then we have the issue that the star is currently trapped inside, and we've got no hydraulics in this level to move any of this out of the way. So we need to allow this hole to open up somehow for the car to come through. And I'm thinking maybe we have a bit of road here attached to a spring, and then the weight of the truck lowers that down. Oh. And the whole bridge collapses under the weight. Didn't realise springs were so heavy. Is it doing that on the other side? No, not really. Okay. Can we have something where... yeah, it's just going to break. I think it might be this that's causing it. Yeah, we do actually need to support this. It'd be nice if I could attach onto this bit, but because this is outside of the buildable area, I can't actually attach to it. Yeah, at the moment I can't actually find out if this works because the bridge just breaks. So I build it more like this. Have springs underneath. Actually, there's no point in that being a spring. Have these be springs. Okay. Yeah, so that basically, except without the truck crashing and breaking the bridge. Maybe if I do that, that'll work. Almost. don't know why this point is so weak. So we'll just have to do this. So what I'm going for here is truck drives onto this, it sinks down, lets truck through. I mean, okay, it's upside down, but I don't care. Then we adjust this gap to be big enough to let the car through, which I think we just lift this bit up a bit. I think we can create a gap here that the car can fit through. In fact, we can almost just drop the car off. I wonder if the car drives over the truck if we drop it off here. It does, okay. Yeah, that saves on that part of the bridge then. We don't actually need to build anything there. We just let it drive over. So then I can lower this down to create something that the... I need to create something here that the car can drive over. Without breaking everything. That piece of steel is not happy. Maybe I do need something here. And then redo this. Yeah, that's a bit better. So truck comes along. Oh, okay. Now it's hitting that. At a spring. We'll get there eventually. I think the design I've got here is going to work now. I just need to make a bridge that stands up to it. Yeah, like that, except don't break the road. And also make it to the other side. Okay, maybe we do need a slight bridge up here to make sure we get over the truck. I suppose I could just make this longer. If I make this slightly longer, the truck will probably just fall over this road and then it won't matter. Yeah. Right, does the car drop over? Okay. Car needs to not break the bridge either. Car needs to just fall in front of the truck. Yeah, like that, except without breaking it. We are getting there. Let's try taking that off again. This bit is working well now. It's just folding down exactly the right amount to drop the truck down onto here. And then get it out the way. Just before it was rolling a bit further and then I could get the car past it without the car hitting the bridge. Let's do something like this maybe. The car. It's more expensive, but we've got money to spare. Oh. Okay, that has its own problems. Okay. It's just hitting this that's causing the problem. Maybe something more like that. Almost. Just need this car to not end up upside down when it falls off. There we go. Okay, that's what I was aiming for. So now we just need to make this slightly shallower so that the car can drive up it. Slightly shallower again. Why did that break now and not before? Oh, because the truck is now different. Of course the truck is now different. Why would the truck be the same? Problem with bridges like this. Changing one bit of it changes the rest of it. Okay. I think they're stuck. I just need to get this bit adjusted so that the truck is going to drive far enough past the car. There we go, like that. Now the car can come up here. It has enough room to get through here, get the start. Now all we need to do is, it can't get out this end. So we need a similar mechanism at this side. We need to have a hole here for the car to come through. But the truck needs to get through as well. And I think we can use something similar to what we did on this side. So, difference is the truck was coming from above and needed to push down the spring, whereas the car will be coming from below and need to push something up. So something here. It's on the spring. Like that. And doesn't immediately break the bridge. This is going to be similar to this side. I think we're going to have to support this better. Yeah, the whole thing sort of sags down a bit, which is awkward. Okay, there we go. So truck still makes it that side as well. Car falls down. Can car now get through this gap? No. Okay. Make this larger. Reinforce this. It's still getting stuck. For some reason. To think of some other solution for this side of the. This side is working fine now. What we're doing here is working. It's a bit expensive, but it's working. We just shave a bit of money by doing that and that. And of course, even once we've managed to open this, we've also got the issue of opening that, this is what I was struggling with at the start, was pushing this up. I wonder if I do just abandon the idea of sending the truck over the top in favour of sending it under here. It doesn't look like that's what you're supposed to do in this level, but maybe it is. If I do that, that's going to have to be steel. That bit as well. So the truck will still do this, I think. Yeah, I'll do that. There. Car will fall down and then start driving this way. But we still have the issue. We can now get the car out, but we still have the issue of getting the car up here. It definitely needs some sort of spring contraption here to let the truck out. I'll go back to trying what I did before and see if I can get it to work differently. So we would not have anything there. We'd have this here. Then we would have... Send the truck under the pre-built bit. What, you mean down here? Yeah, the problem is we can't build here. If I could build another level here, then yes, it would be easy. You'd just send the truck under the whole way. But yeah, you can only build in the light grey bit, so I can build here, I can build here. I can't build another bridge across the middle. I think I'll go back to trying to move this whole section out the way. So I'm going to have, much like I did before, I'm going to have something like this. Maybe I was just doing this wrong before. If I have something like this but with a spring... I can actually start it higher up. If it's on a spring, I can start it higher up and have it sag down. That might make it easier. Does it work better with rope over spring? What do you mean by rope over spring, Dustin? If you mean, do we have rope here? Well, okay. First of all, yeah, so you see, it still doesn't actually... The truck still can't push it up. I feel like the truck actually pushed it up further when it was a spring, but I could be wrong. Oh, maybe not. Maybe if this is also spring. I mean, they've given you springs on this level, and they tend not to give you springs unless they expect you to use them. No, that doesn't help either. Okay. In that case, let's go back to the idea of having this bit be fixed in place. And having the truck push up just part of it. I wonder, yeah, I didn't try this. I didn't try doing this with rope. Let's see if this works any better. But then, yeah, then it does have to start down here. If there's no springiness in it, it will have to start down here because it won't flex. You never used spring in Polybridge 2 except for levels like Spring Cannon, where there's illusion of spring, nothing else. Yeah, I think there are levels in Polybridge 3 where you have to use spring because there's a massive jump and you have to catch the vehicle. So I think there are definitely levels where springs are a requirement, but this might not be one of them. I say springs are a requirement. You can solve the level without springs, but you have to do some massive weird contraption to solve it instead. Or use a glitch or something like that. Never use spring. Okay. Yeah, this seems like it's almost working. Maybe if I make both these roads supported by a rope. It's like the truck just isn't very powerful. Maybe if I do this, so it's coming at less of an angle. See if that helps. Change bad, orange man good. I mean, Dustin, your name is in orange on my screen. I don't know if that's related. This truck is just bad at pushing things out the way, I think. Let's move this down a bit. And give it a bit more space. I feel like it's easier for it to move things when the flatter the ground is, so do something like that. Spring cannons are one thing that doesn't really work in Polybridge 3. So in Polybridge 2, you could control the compression of a spring. So you could put the spring down, and then you could say, I want this to be like 90% compressed, and then it would explode out when you started the simulation. Because that was considered kind of a cheesy way of doing it. Polybridge 3, springs are just springs. You can't make them explode. So it is possible to build a spring cannon, but it's a lot more difficult. And it's no longer a cheese solution to levels. How flat exactly do I have to make this before the truck... Okay, so you see now the truck can push it. But now I've got a gap this big for the car's got to try and get across. I mean, maybe the car can get across this gap. I suppose there's only one way to find out. Let me improve this support a bit. See if the truck can still get through. Okay, yeah, so that's what I was trying to do the whole time. But this gap might be too much for the car to get over. I'll have to see. Yeah. I need this, except not that. Maybe if this is lower? Maybe if this is steel, so I can make it longer. This can probably be a single piece of steel. See if that works any better. I'm determined to get this now. I realise we're coming up to 2 hours, but having got this far... Okay, yeah, see, as soon as I make this a shallower angle, the truck can't push it anymore, which is annoying. Okay, there we go. Right, maybe this gap is doable? Let's find out. Okay, just collapses. Strengthen that a bit. Oh, this, yeah, that needs to be steel, I think. No. Just breaks it now. I feel like we're getting closer. Let's move this up a little bit. Make the gap smaller. It's still moving. Still moving. No, it stopped. Okay. Let's move this down. And then move this back down. Nope. This down a bit more. This could probably be one road, actually. No, that doesn't support very well. There must be a solution here, I just can't see it. the truck was making it through. Maybe if we lower this whole nonsense down, put it like through here. Something like this. And then maybe have 3 roads here. And then we could have this be even flatter. And move this down further. Maybe something like that. I'm determined to find something that works here eventually. See, I feel like that's close. Okay, that. So I think just suspending this from higher up with a longer rope, that helped. And then an arrangement like that to actually hold it up, so that the strain doesn't all go on the roads. Mysteriously, rebuilding this section means that this doesn't work anymore. I realise this doesn't all have to be steel. I'm just building it out of steel now. Yeah, having this all rigid seems to help. Hello, the RE77. Welcome to the stream. We've been struggling horribly with Polybridge today. We might finally be getting towards completing this level. It's difficult to be sure, though. Okay, that worked. And then... Oh! The car is on! We did it! Ah, well, it was you showing up, the RE, that made us solve the level. We've been working on that about half an hour. So thank you for showing up when you did. That was very helpful. Okay, yeah. So we at the start of the stream we skipped this level because it was too difficult and I couldn't figure it out. We've managed to complete 7 levels this stream. One of them we didn't get under budget. One of them we got under budget, but it broke. The others we all got unbreaking and under budget. There's just 2 levels left in this campaign, plus this one we skipped. The other 4 sheep difficulty campaign has 5 levels. So hopefully another couple of streams and it'll be done. I am going to... First I'm just going to put Blaha out of the way. To finish off the stream, I thought I'd do some more Scrabble word studying. Hopefully people don't mind that. Not everybody here, I think, is necessarily a Scrabble person, but hopefully that's okay with everyone. Dustin is disappointed that the Blaha has gone. I don't think my camera isn't frozen, Dustin. I'm looking at my own stream and I'm moving here. Look. Hello, Dustin. My name is Blaha. Right. Okay. I was saying I was going to do some more word study, but word study really requires that I have both hands on the keyboard, which is hard to do when you've got a shark. But maybe if I sit like this, that will work. So we'll just come out of the Polybridge campaign. I might as well leave the Polybridge music running in the background. And then... Well, I'm sort of taking your advice, Dustin, of if I just do it a little bit every day, then I might actually learn something. So let's get this situated here. Emma Words is back. Zando Toaster, thank you so much for subscribing. That is really appreciated. Apologies that you've missed out on the founder badge. The last ones went in yesterday's stream, I think. But that is much appreciated, and I'll take that as a sign that you're enjoying my content. Now, I haven't made a proper overlay for this game, I guess you could call it, yet. I think the face cam has to be in the middle because I'm using both sides. So we're going to have Emma hiding at the bottom of the stream here. And we're going to learn some words. So I did do a little bit more of this after the stream. You'll see that my words learned counter is up to 288. So basically when I ended last time, it had started going over the words I'd learned once, and I learned them the second time. You have to get them right twice for them to move into the words learned section, otherwise they're still in progress. And yeah, Blaha, I would like you to pay close attention here because you have a Scrabble tournament coming up soon. Even though you don't have opposable thumbs to put the tiles on the board, I would like you to learn the words. So I'm just going to move you. Hopefully you can still see Blaha on cam, and I can still see my keyboard. This is quote, I'm fairly sure. Okay, there's two words here. Oh, toque. Yes, toque. That's Zara? No, Zara. Oh, Zari. Zari and... See, last stream I was rattling through these because it was the easy ones like the twos and the well-known threes like Cat and Zax and so on. Now we're getting into the QXZJ words that are a little less known. I think this is one, and I think this is one. Okay, there we go. So yeah, you see it's said that I missed one of those because I didn't know it. That's one. That's one. An oof was diff and fid. Yes. Ster. Shouldn't be a word. Everyone's favourite Collins word, EUOI. Everyone's favourite Babel Royale word after Aya. Biz. No. Oi. Yeah, Oi. Opa, Poa, and no. Ow. No. Apo. Okay. Yeah, these are the ones that I haven't learnt yet, and I've got to go over them a few times before I remember them. Some of them I know, like this one, and that one, and that one. That's aha and ah. head and hef, zig, dew and wed, kex, box, you when, oxy, cow, walk, soda. There's another one here apparently. Azon. Yeah. Another strange Q word. Cab. Coin and tax. For pal and in nay. So yeah. Jig aqua. Ahi. Yeah, just ahi. Oh yay, that's a funny one. Pause. Here we go. And now we've made it to the 7-letter bingo. So this is the point where we start humming Dustin's high probability bingo song. So obviously we can see a bingo here. The question is, can we see all the bingos? So we have retinas, retains, resin. No, that's got 2 E's. Xander, I'm sure you know all of these. We have Stainer, we have Starny, since we're in Collins. We have Antsia, Nestri, Resilient. There are more. Routines. Oh, Nastia. Oh, there's more. Okay. Okay, Xander has been studying the PS1 NTSC Scrabble dictionary. Yeah, that's... I would assume that's based on a tournament word list that existed in like the late 90s or something. So it's going to be missing not only Collins, it's going to be missing a lot of Collins words, but probably missing some NWL words as well. Does it even have 1998? Yeah, does it even have chi then, that dictionary? I hope it does, because Scrabble is a pain to play without chi. Doesn't it have chi or za? Yeah, that makes using the Q a lot harder. So that's all I can think of. But to show you what happens if you give up, you press escape, and yeah, okay. So it tells you the ones you've missed on the left-hand side. So all the ones that I got right, it will count me as having got those, and then not getting the ones on the left. And then how often this anagram will come up again will depend on what proportion of them I got right. And the other thing is, in order to continue now, I have to type in the ones that I missed. And hopefully typing them in is like good practice to help me guess them in future. So I did know those, I think I just forgot them. Starny is definitely Collins. Resilient, I think, is Collins as well. But I plan to compete with Collins, so I need to learn the Collins words. So that's what I'm doing. What's this? Is it Zo? Zo? Yeah, Zo. It is Zo, but it's spelled like that. Bay. Yap? No. Bay and Yap? Abby? Okay, Bay and Abby. Joel. Zo. Is it Zoe or Zoea? Zoea. Okay. G. So at the moment, because I'm encountering these words in the program for the first time, they are coming in utility order. But now that I'm splitting them, because I things like dits I know already, so I'm splitting them into words that I know and words that I don't know. And then the words that I don't know will come round and round again. Right, I know this bingo now. It's that one. The word I keep missing. Yeah, don't type them in until I've got them, Dustin, because that defeats the point. So that's that one. Emu, and I think emu and and then yeah. Okay. Ode, do, Rax, Yen, and Nay. No, not Nay. Yen and Nye. Yeah. Cheese. Mix. Miz. Yeah. Sorry. This is So this is one that we just had. No, so it doesn't say how many there are. The idea is that when you're trying to when you're in a game and trying to unscramble it, you don't know how many there are. So ideally, you would see the alphagram and you would immediately type all the answers in without having to be told how many there are. But it is a bit lenient in the sense that if you don't get them all, it doesn't count it as wrong if you don't get them all. It just shows you, yes, you've got these, but there's more in there. Keep looking. So yeah, I intentionally don't want to say how many there are. Right, so this is one of the ones I got wrong. So it was Opa and yeah. So now, see, words missed has gone down from 4 to 3 because I got that one. This is quite and quiet. Ray, yeah, and Mary, and no. Oh, right, yeah. One and on. Quay. And fo. Avow. Oxen and exon. Pix. The and also het and also eth. Quep. Our era and there's another one. Oh, air like that is no, that's not. Oh, ear. I forgot that ear was a word somehow. I mean, feel free to point out the Collins words for the benefit of any NWL viewers who are cringing at my stream. But yeah, I make no apology for including them because I need to learn them. That's the one that I saw against Cloyce on yesterday's stream, Kibler, so I know that one. Bay. Yep. No. Oh, bye. Yeah. I think this is one of the lowest utility 2s. No. What's the other word here? 8. Okay. Tie, 8, and ita. Yeah, some of these 3s I just don't know. So ZZZ is on the list because it's a valid Collins word, but it's right down at the bottom. I think it might actually be one of the last words on the list. I think the last 2 are ZZZ and ZZZS because Macondo didn't play any of them in its 50 million games, and then all the words that it didn't play are tied for last place, and they're just in alphabetical order. This is Lay's Zeal. Okay, we have another bingo to figure out. I think this is a Collins only bingo, if I remember correctly. This is Roasty. And then another thing that I can't remember. Auriest. Yeah, Auriest and Otaries. Jib. Trez. Joey. Zoe. There seem to be a lot of Zoe words. Let's Jedi. Bar and Aber. Quad. Bay. Oh, we just had this one, didn't we? Yeah, it was Bay and... No. Bay and a B. Yeah, okay. This is Mo... No, it is Mo, but it's Mo like... When something has an H in the middle versus at the end, I can never remember which one it is. Mo and Hom and Ohm. Boa. And... Bow. And Ober. Jeez. Wag. Gore. Im. And Im. No, me. Okay. Benj. You. Ayu. Zay. No, yes. That's Nai and Yen. Key. Zitty. 5. Vexed, spelt funny. Jun. Juve. Equal. Oh, equal and something else. Equal and quail? Yeah. Ray, Ya, Raya, and Airy. Not OO yet, that's not in, but Woo is. Pox, How, Who, Bay. Oh, we just had this one. I've forgotten it already. Bay, Avi, Her, Wex. No. Oh, yeah. Ego, Joe and Go. Chi, Ik, and Hick. Joy. And Yod. Koi and Oik. Van and Nev. Yao and... These are both Yao, but they're spelt differently. Yao and Yao, I think. Yeah. Yeah. And Era. By and Bay. Oh, no. Our. Coif. Yeah. Fix. Way. Your. Tie. And Ita. And 8. Yeah. Right, what is this? Is it Zeti? No. Zeit? Yeah, Zeit. Some of those Z words I don't know very well either. Yeah, Zeit is a Collins. Nay, any... Just realised I probably shouldn't be in the Polybridge 3 category for this, should I? Let's change it. I mean, there isn't a category for learning words, but I'll put it on Scrabble because it's the nearest thing. Jin, Jat, Lax. Okay, Mo, but we need to spell it the right way. So Ohm, Hom, and then Mo or Mo. It's Mo, yeah, okay. Yeah. Emo and Mo. Zul. No, Luz. Okay. Go. Goa. Max. Jeet. Yao. Evo. And Bo. That and Tav. Wa. This wa is not a word, even though it's like a thing. This is a word. And whore. In and in. No, me. I just had that one and I forgot it already. Nu and un and uno. Us. Jack. Oop and Oopo? Yes. No, Maki. There's another one. Oh, Umiak. I never remember Umiak. There we go. Job, Zip, Quid, Grex, Bob, Zaire, Hob. Bo, spelled like that, not with the H in the middle. Riz, Bay, and B. Nay, and Ain, and Ian. Yeah. Web in O. Doff. Quern. Yeah. No, I keep getting that one wrong. Okay, another bingo to do. Today you have studied more words than I've studied in the past month. Well, so I don't know how much I'm going to do each day, Dustin. Obviously, yesterday I did the amount that you saw me do on stream, which was just a couple of hundred to show it off. And then I did those same 100 again off stream, so that when I did it again on the stream, I wasn't just showing you the same words. I'll go till about I've done the stream for 2.5 hours, so I don't need to set a timer because I've got the stream time on screen anyway. I mean, I don't know how much to do. I think at the start, while I'm still working my way through the words I actually know, I think I can get through quite a lot. When I get to the point where I don't know any of the words that come up, because I've gone through all the ones I know, then I'll have to take it a lot slower, and then obviously I won't get through as many. So it's not going to be a fixed number of words per day, but I know this is trainee. But is it something else? Apparently it's something else. And I can't see what else it is. So I will get it to tell me. Yeah, I'm sure they're in the high prop song. The problem, I can't do the high prop song without seeing the words. If I just try to sing the song in my head, it just goes back to the Animaniacs country song. Like I stop hearing the bingos in my head and I start hearing countries, which is obviously not going to help. So Aaron Knight. It helps if I know what the words mean, of course. So when I don't even know what it means, I'm gonna. I thought that might be a rock because it ends with "ite." Aranite, and okay, that's just retina, but with an e on the end, so I should be able to get that one. Yeah, well, I got most of the retina's anagrams. Poa, Opa, Apo. So this is the first 8-letter bingo in the list. And it's actually, according to the simulations, it's actually more useful to know than many of the 7s. And I know this is ordinate. And I know there's more here, and I know it's not a shun word. You'd think it would be a shun word, but it isn't. I can't remember the others. Yeah, anointed. And then, deration and ration, which are shun words, but anointed, I never remember. I don't think I know what it means, which doesn't help. Anointed. Anoint. Yeah, it's an archaic word. I know anointed. Obviously, there's different letters. So anointed, and then, yeah, I should be able to remember deration and rationed as a pair. When you get rationed, you just take the D and stick on it at the front. Yeah, I think these are all NWLs, these words. So rationed. Judge. or row and something else. Rio? Yeah. Oi. Quote? Yeah. Right, so this is the show. So this is ideation. I know that. But then there's more. See, there's a lot of bingos where I see the letters and I think, oh, that's that one. But just learning that's that one doesn't help you if there's more of them. Which there obviously is here. Okay, iodinate, I think I can remember. Because iodine is one of those words I look for if I've got two eyes, and there's two eyes here. So iodine, and then turn it into iodinate. But this one, I've got no chance of remembering this. This I is in a very funny place. Tanioid. What does that mean? Define You played Tanioid at the only tournament you went to. Okay, so it's clearly useful to know if you've played at a tournament. Shaped like a ribbon. Okay. So yeah, any oid word tends to mean it is in the shape of. Tanioid. Jerd? Zoned and dozen. And the other one. Zendo? Yeah. Jest and jets. Jeed. Loves. Fab. Boo. And oboe. Fuji. Aim and me. Lex. Beef and Phoebe. Vom. No, I said Vom and I typed in Mov. Yeah, it's Vom. Gion. Zeti. Zeit. Ibex. Yes. What is this one? Uva? Oh, there's two. Okay, Uva and Val? Yeah, Guy and Yug. Avo and Over. Raja and a jar. G takes an S to your F. Well, it's a false, I think, because it's the verb to G. So G's Jees, but not Jeeds. I don't think. Jinx. Right, this is one of those bingos that I should know and I don't, which really annoys me. Otarine? Yeah, okay, Otarine. But then there's something else as well. Notaire? Yeah, okay. Right, I actually got all the answers for bingo. I mean, it only had two answers. You tried to play Jeeds. Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay, so that's another Collins only bingo. But the thing is, I have to know the Collins only bingos because I'm doing Collins. Thanks. URI. So you see, now I'm going through the same words again. It's put me back on the loop through the same words, and now they're moving from the words in progress to the words learned. So I've seen all these words before, and I guess I need to prove, I guess, that I didn't luck out and guess them, that I'm actually learning them. Nef. Nai and Yen. Yeah, so see, clearly I haven't learned some of them still. So G. And now it's brought retinas back round, you see. So, retinas, resilience, retines, tains, nastia, and sia, anestri, staina, stani. See, every time I remember some of them and I forget other ones, and it's silly. Steering. Yeah, this is the problem with your bingo song, Dustin. Is you don't put the ones with the same anagram next to each other. I know retinas, ansia, retis, anastia, staina, and retines. I've done all that. And I know steering and retains, and I know Starney and Collins as well. I've done all those, and there's still more left. I think there's only one left. I can't remember what one it is. Oh, retina. Sorry, I thought I'd done that one. Which is just retinas, but you spelt wrong because you move on the letters. Okay. What is this? Sorry. Rizza, Zari, and Izar. I'm remembering that one now. Quote and Toke. Maki and Umiak. Okay, I haven't had this one yet. Have we had this one or have we not had this one? I can't remember now. Or was this the one we just had? No, we didn't have this one. This is Aeriest. Yeah, but this is not clearly. This is how you spell Aeriest, surely. But it's that. Some of these words are anagrams of one another, but not always side by side in the song, because I had to make the song also sound good. Hi there, Ruby. Thanks for dropping by. This, I know I've put the category as Scrabble. It's not really Scrabble, it's studying words for Scrabble, which I'm sure sounds terribly boring. Using software that I've written myself, this interface you see, and also the algorithm to decide what words to show, was all made by me. Aeriest. Okay, so Aeriest isn't just Aeriest, like Aeriest with an I. I'm sending you to Scrabble jail. Ruby, I apologise for trying to get better at the game. I know it's boring content, but if you were here for yesterday's Scrabble stream, which I think you were for a lot of it, it is embarrassing just how bad I am, and I'm not saying that just because you beat me. But if I'm going to be a Scrabble streamer and consistently get 15 to 20 viewers every week, which I am getting now, then I feel like I should have some sort of basic ability to play the game. So I'm trying to learn the words. I've been trying to accomplish things around the park, even though I'm sick. I'm sorry to hear you're sick, Ruby. No, you don't have to apologise for beating me, Ruby. I want you to improve at the game as well. It's just, yeah, I feel like if I'm going to have this stream where I challenge people to Scrabble, I should be better at Scrabble. It's just the way of it, unfortunately. You know, I'm good at Dwarf Romantic, and I play that. Okay, I'm not very good at Polybridge, but Polybridge is just my chilling out stream on a Sunday. But yeah, Ruby, I'm sorry to hear you're ill. I do hope you feel better soon, and do have a lie down if you feel like you need it. Embarrassing would be when you play Veto, playing off a blank for 0 extra points. Wait, have I done that, Dustin? I feel like bad though I am on stream, I don't think I've done that. Oh, your dad did that. Okay. Losing your mind when I leave the house. Yeah, I mean, what time is it there? It's afternoon. Yeah, I mean, maybe try and go for a walk. But I suppose if you're not feeling very well, having a bit of fresh air would help. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Ruby. Anyway, let's hope this is actually the right answer now. Yes, it is. Okay, but there's another one. I don't know the other one. Oh, Syriot. Okay, I have to remember that. Syriot. This is Queen and Quinn. Is it me, or are these both words? And if so, why are they both words? Like, why are these both words? Zoea and Zoe. Yeah. Well, that one isn't Collins. So yeah. So Wiktionary actually gives the NWL word as an alternative spelling of the Collins word, which is interesting. But yeah, in Collins both are valid. And yeah, Zoea with just one E and one A. I've already learnt that one, I think, on here. Also, hi Best. Thanks for dropping by. Apologies for the misleading category. I'm not actually playing Scrabble. I'm just learning Scrabble words, which I suppose counts as Scrabble. Yeah, Zoaya, yeah. Right, hey, and ita, and h, those for zeta, cool, and what? No, orc. Yeah, orc. Docs, R era ear, P ape, by and bay, vom. Okay, yeah. So see, chi just came out, so it's starting to show me words for the third time, because those words are so common that I've now gone through about about 600 words. Once you've learned 600 words, you'll start to see the first words again for the third time, and then you'll get another 600 words, and then so on and so forth. You have Ziziver open to watch to check every word. I mean, you don't have to put the Collins only words in chat, Dustin. It's not a requirement. I don't think anyone watching particularly cares. What was this? No, it wasn't bow. I don't know why I struggle so much with that particular word. Fed and deaf. C, oxy, jump. Diff and feed. We and oo. Seti? No, it's right. I think I get Zati and Ziti and Zeti and Zari and all that. I get those combinations all mixed up. Yeah. I'm not very good at this. This is where I need to learn them. Yeah, I do apologise that this is not good content for NWL players because it's going to teach them the wrong words. But I am just sticking it at the end of a Polybridge stream. I'm not making it a stream in its own right for that reason. Okay, so we had this one, I think, because it was Auriest, wasn't it? And the other one. What was the other one apart from Auriest? Auriest and Roasty, I know. But then there was a third one. Which also starts with O, but I can't remember it. Can't remember it. Otaries, okay. I suppose it's like ovaries, but with a T. If I can remember it that way. Define otaries. What actually is this? Ball of otary and an aired seal. So is otary also Collins? Hello, Cloyce. Yeah, I do apologise for showing you fake words, Cloyce, but Again, this is something I'm doing as an end of stream thing, just to learn some words. I've put it at the end of a Polybridge stream, not as a separate Scrabble stream, because I know some people don't like it. Hopefully Best doesn't mind this content, because I believe you play CSW, Best. So you should be okay with this. Yeah, I did say I would stop, but then more people have come in. Yes, also, Blaha says hi, Clois. I tried to put him away, but Dustin was having none of it. There is an end stream redeem, Dustin. If you really feel that strongly about me not streaming, feel free to save up 10,000 channel points. But if not, I'm not doing that much harm, surely. New when Wok and Cow X was Biz Duwed Jig Nyen Oob Bray Bia. No, not Bia. Why do I always get this one wrong as well? There's certain words I always get wrong. Of course, because I always get them wrong, they're going to come around more often, and then hopefully I get them right. Both Dustin and now apparently Clois have made it their mission to type as many of the Collins only ones in chat as they can. I mean, basically, as long as the green number in the corner, as long as this number keeps going up, then I'm improving. If that number starts going down and this number or this number start going up, then I'm getting worse. And at the moment it is going to keep going up because I'm being introduced to new words that it doesn't know I know. Right, what do I always write? Do I always write that, or do I always write that? And which one's right? This is what I don't see. It's no good saying, oh, you always write the same one if I don't remember which one that is. On one no avow oxen enox. No, not exon. When we started the stream, it's not as simple as doubling every time, but it's sort of, it's like there's an exponential function that determines how often you see the word. So you will see it less and less the more you type it in. But yeah, the important thing is this green number is going up. It was about 200 when I started the stream, and it's pushing 400 now. So I've answered some words correctly. Yeah, don't type them in before I've solved them, Clois, because that kind of defeats the point. I'm grateful to Babel Royale, though, for teaching me Iwi. Do Ode Trez Laziel Quai Emu and Me Ahi Kalat No Talak Luz Zoe spelt like that rather than the other way around. Zat Viz Chief for Axe Govug Trainee. Right, so we saw this earlier and I didn't know the other one other than trainee. And what was it? We even looked it up and I can't remember it now. What are you saying? Few has showed up. Hello, Few. This might be the first time you've actually seen this, Few. This is my word learning program, the one that you've accused me of stealing off of you. So yeah, it's I'm sure how it works is self-explanatory since you've been designing one yourself. Should I add lol to cell? Fine lol. So I thought for you that a word had to be either CSW or NWL before it was allowed into cell. So I would say at the moment, no, you shouldn't add it because it's not in either of those. Is it coming to NWL? Because if so, you could add it. Not in. Oh, okay. Oh, right. There's a list of cell phony. Cell phony? Okay. I'm not sure I like the idea of that. I like the idea that it's a subset of the existing lists because it's bad enough having the $ words that are in NWL but not cell, not CSW. Having things that are in cell but not the others just makes it worse. Like, can't we just all agree on the same lexicon? Preferably CSW, since I've learnt it now. Yeah, we have to refer to cell phonies as cell phones. Right, I can't remember this word. Oh, right, okay. Arenite. How do I remember that? It's like arena, but then with it on the end. But then without the A. Yeah, and this is retina but spelt wrong. Kibla. Jedi. Ox. Bay. And we. Moz. Obe. Quiz. Juve. Rax. Jun. How. Who. A G. Joey. 5. Ian. And nay. And Ian. Nox. Chi. Ik. Hick. Joy. And Yod. Quop. Pax. Fix. Quite. Quiet. Ideation. I think. Yes. And the other one. Right. This is the one that had Tanioid? Right, okay, yeah. It's the first time I've remembered that word, which is a progress, I guess. And then the other one was something to do with iodine. I remember that. So iodine nut. There we are. Yeah, see, I think this program is helping because I've never recalled those three before. I mean, whether I'll still recall those three tomorrow, I don't know. But that's why I have to keep doing this program every day. Yeah, well, I'm learning some 8s. The integration of the distribution between the 7s and 8s and the JQXZ 234s is all based on Macondo simulations, using data that Few has very graciously provided and helped me get sorted. Did your story help that you played Tanioid over the board? I mean, to be honest, it probably did, Dustin, so thank you for that. Challenged it, and at the end of the game was telling the other older lady next to her that he was very smart for knowing that word. I mean, certainly if you just knew that word like normally, not because of Scrabble, I would say yes. But obviously, if you just studied it, then yeah, it's one of the highest probability words, I would say, because I think it was the first 8 to come up in this program. You require monthly license payment. I mean, if you really don't want me to use that data for you, then I won't. I'll regenerate it from my own Macondo simulations. But I imagine you're just being awkward as usual. There. Queen and cat. Ordinate. De-ration and rationed. Those two I can remember because they go together. And then there was another one, which was not related to. It wasn't a shun word. It was. Oh, it was a rointed. There we go. Yeah, I remember them that time. So they'll move out from the missed category into the in progress category, and the ones I got right both times will have gone into the learned category. Yes, I won't repeat my rant yesterday about expurgated words and Twitch and how different organisations have different ideas for what is offensive and what isn't. But yes, that particular word has been expurgated from NWR but not CSW. And since it's in CSW, I need to learn it, however offensive it may be. I don't intend to use it in an offensive context. I intend to use it as a Scrabble play. It makes no sense for me to play Scrabble suboptimally because I refuse to play that word. Should do Emma Word's Navajo lexicon for the real Americans. Yeah, I don't know if there is a Navajo edition of Scrabble, T-Bago. There might be. There's quite a lot of editions of Scrabble. Jeez. Any nay quad ow and woe bar and aber zeit bomb city you im me oh ego geo go zona azon ober boer and another one bow is a go goer jut wex ixia every time this comes up I want to type oo but it's not in woo wah or zita no. This is why I get ZITE wrong, because ZITA is not right. And I can't remember what it is now. Zati, yeah. So it's ZATI, but it's ZITE. That's why I get them so confused. And then, of course, the ZITI, just to confuse matters further. I don't think O is going in any lexicon soon. And hello, Five Crab. Thanks for joining us. I'm afraid you missed yesterday's epic 5.5 hour long Scrabble stream. Although I think a lot of people missed the start of it because of the tournament that was going on. I don't think you've seen this before, Five Crab. This is a program that I've written myself to help me learn words. And although this was originally a Polybridge stream, all my streams now, I'm going to tack a bit of word learning onto the end of them because I've decided if I'm going to stream Scrabble and, get 15 to 20 viewers each time, I need to be better at it. I need to not be as abysmal as I was on stream yesterday when I lost to Ruby again. Yes, sorry, Five Cub. Yes, I thought you would be in the tournament. That makes perfect sense. I hope it went okay. I managed to catch a little bit of the stream, but yeah, I ended up doing my own stream at the normal time anyway. And then I think people mostly started to filter in after the live stream had finished. You don't need to be good at it. Well, especially, while the official Scrabble stream is a bit up in the air about who's going to be streaming there and when, Josh is not necessarily putting out a consistent schedule. I want there to be somebody who is streaming Scrabble consistently at the same time each week who is good at it. And at the moment, I fulfill the first part of that criterion and not the second. And there are other people who fulfill the second part. Yeah, so Austin is a good example of that. Austin has a consistent Scrabble stream. But unfortunately, it's too late for me. It's much too late in the day for me to watch. And if something is too late for me, then it's really too late for any Europeans. So, I mean, okay, now we're getting too late for Europeans as well, but I would have been live for 3 hours at this point. I want to have something on the schedule that Europeans can watch, because there just isn't anything at the moment. Even Josh, well, was Josh, now somebody else maybe, the Thursday stream on the official Scrabble channel, that's midnight to 2 a.m. my time. It's too late, really, for UK people to participate. The Mon Daily tournament is too late for UK people to participate. So I want to create something at that time. And yeah, maybe they should 5grab. So yeah, but I want something that fills that gap, I think, and that's why I'm doing CSW, of course, because that's, if I want to ever compete in the UK, I need to know CSW. Umiak. Bingos. I'm doing so well, and then the bingos come up. You should quit CSW now. Don't start. I mean, it's a bit late for that for you. I've had the CSW2s committed to memory for a good couple of years now, so it's definitely too late for me to decide to play something else. No. CSW is what is used in the UK and, to be honest, most places outside of North America. If I ever play an over-the-board tournament, it will be in the UK. I'm not travelling all the way to America just for a Scrabble tournament. And yeah, I mean, again, I would like to learn Cell. There aren't any Cell tournaments. There's nobody on Woogles looking for a Cell game. I kind of feel like I can play Cell semi-well just by playing Scrabble and then only playing words that I know as words rather than that I know as Scrabble words. 5grab, I know Catalan Scrabble well enough to beat most people at it because I know like 3 or 4 two-letter words. And they don't know anything, so I can just keep challenging them. So that has to add. Yeah, so at the moment on Woogles, Cell it's on there as a lexicon that you can select, but only if you've gone into your settings and enabled hidden features, which, yeah, I agree it should be on there as a default. Which, yeah, I think you've been requesting that for a while, Few. Every so often I see you requested on the Discord again. Right, this is Retinase, so it's Retinas with an E on the end, which I can't spell. Oh no, it's not, because there's no N. What is it then? Aeriest? Yeah, Aeriest. And then... what was the other word that this has in? Oh, Syriot. There we go. Retinase. You played Retinas. Oh, you played Retinas in the tournament, did you, Few? I mean, it's a high prob word. It's not surprising. Emo, Mo, Fu, and UFO. Play box. Now fan. But yeah, to anyone saying that I shouldn't play CSW, or I shouldn't learn Scrabble words, or I shouldn't play Scrabble, or I shouldn't stream, or anything like that, I have made up my mind what I'm going to do, and you are free to not watch it if you don't like it. I hope that you do like it and decide to watch it. But I have my reasons for doing what I'm doing.
Emma, you idiot! You smooth-brained dumbass!
By the way, does anyone recognise who that voice is? Not T-Bago, because I already told him. I suspect you won't because it's another British streamer. Yeah, it's not best. Orc. Wolf. Yow. Yow. Zones doesn't go. Quit. Tab. Beef. It's not Austin. No, it's not a Scrabble streamer. It's a streamer called Finster, who routinely gets about 8,000 viewers now. That was from a long time ago, before they were quite so big. And I am the Emma that they're talking about in that clip. I don't remember what it was I did. Equal, and the other one. Was it Quail? Yeah. See, Cloyce has heard of Finn. Yeah. It's from a long time ago. And to be honest, I only kept it because it's funny and it's calling me an idiot. And when I do my channel point redeems, I want to have 3 at each level because the Twitch interface displays them 3 at a time. So I want to have 3 and then another 3 and then another 3. So I needed 3 sounds, and once I'd done egg and woof, I thought, what else are my viewers going to want to do? And the answer is they're going to want to call me an idiot. So, right, what's this? Is it Bo? Yeah, Boo. I don't think that woof went off, by the way. I'm not sure why not. Bo, Guy Yog, Just Jets. Oob. Job. Bay. Roger. Jar. Oh god, we're back round to this one again. Oh, you heard it. Okay. I don't know why I didn't hear it. Let's see if we can get all of these. So far, I've never managed to get them all. Retinas. Retinas, Retina. Retines. Stainer. Stani. Nustia. Antia. Anistry. Steering. How are we doing? Retains. There must be most of them, right? Why are you accusing me of cheating? Oh, because I wasn't looking at chat. Muffin the Tentacle, yeah, don't give me the answers because the whole point is I'm supposed to be learning it. But also, thank you for dropping by the stream. You need to stop. Yeah, well, just type in resilient. Now that Muffin has told me it, thank you. Evo, Grex, A, he, over, and yeah, this is one I can never remember. Zoe. It is Zoe, okay. Yeah, that falls into the Zati category of words with a Z and 2 vowels and a consonant that are hard to remember. Say, ita, and eat. Is this one we've had or not? I don't recognise it. Oh, I do. Yeah, it's giving me Eterio again to make sure I still know it. Aquay, Pix, Deed, Hey. Yeah, no, yeah. Jinx. Serene. And Tear. Geon. Ear. Era. Oxon. Exon. Good. Walk. Cool. Talak. Oop. And Upo. Aim. And me. No, and you. What and row. And the other one. Leo? Yeah, Lex. Nay. And Eden. And Zeit. Hom and and Mo. Yeah, Mo. Difference between Mo with the H in the middle at the end is one I've been struggling with. You probably noticed that these things have come round more times than the other things because I got them wrong a few times. Which is the point of the program, is to pick up on what I'm getting wrong and send it round again. No. I see it and I have to count the A's and E's. So, is that Zita or Zati? Because it's Zeit with the I first, but it's Zati with the A first. That's why I get confused. Oyo, Zeta. Aha. People saying NWL2 woke snowflakes can't handle a few bad words. Thank you, T-Bago. Why we're getting a few back. And was it Otaries? Yeah, there we go. Done that one now. Caddy, Cade, M, Keys, By the way, I fixed the I can't remember who it was, but there was a comment from somebody yesterday about how it would repeat the words in the same order again the second time they came round. It doesn't do that anymore. Even if you know them all, it will still mix up the order because there's basically a random component to how far it puts it up the list, which is probably better because you can't just memorize what order they're coming in. It's not a Pokemon, Cloyce. That symbol means it's a Pokemon, we decided. I can't type. No, it's not all. Oh wow. Yeah, see, I still don't know them all. Does K-U-J Agi by New Jins Me Exo we go Pa Trainee and right, what was the other one here? See if I can remember it. Retinue and then there was another one, but the other one isn't just like retina with an E on the end, it's something else. Not Yeah, so to answer that question for you, the more often you get it right, the longer it will go between giving it you, and the more you get it wrong, the more often it will give it you. So when you first use the program, you're just blazing through the words because you know them all. Like it's just giving you all the twos. But then, yeah, it's exponential. As you've been using it more and more, what you'll end up with is most of the time you're seeing words you don't know because all the other ones have been pushed back in the list. And eventually, if you use the program for long enough, it will just show you the whole of Collins. Once you get the words right enough times, you'll get more and more obscure words from the list, and eventually you'll get to the end of the list. Yeah, well, it's not just doubling, but it is an exponential curve. It's I've added a random component now, so the formula is something like it moves it back 100 places, plus or minus 20 for randomness, times 2 to the power of the number of times you got it right. Except that it's not as simple as that, because for something like retinas, basically it keeps a score of how much you know each word, and that score starts at 0, and if you get it right it moves to 1, if you get it wrong it moves to -1. And it's 2 to the power of that number times 100 plus or minus a bit is how far along it moves it. But if it's something like retinas, if you know half the answers, then that gets you half a point. You only get 1 point if you know all of it. If you know 3/4 of it, you get 0.75 points added. So the more of them you know, the less often it will come out. Whereas if you only know one of the 14, if whatever it is, retinas bingos, if you only know one of them, that hardly counts as knowing it at all. So it will keep coming up. That's the idea. No, it's not Half-Life. Half-Life is exponential decay, so that would be the opposite curve. Right, there's another word here, and I can't remember it. This one, yeah. I remembered 2 of them at least. Zari Riza Izar Tis X Dex C Z Kai Meim Cats Oxo Sex V E Z Orc and Core Zag Woe Sax Shrink Then to Wex Jaw Jow Gua Wox So Os Ut I and Ye and Yay is days ads the suck vom. No, not. I said vom and I didn't type it in right. U Y way vex fax a jizz to toe out what wet oot to or way chat fet eft tef nine yen hex zo no not it's zip Half-Life words say. Oh, sorry. Hello, Frisco 17 mashups. Are you winning? Well, not really. This is a program to help me learn Scrabble words. So it's just showing me the entire dictionary, and I have to type in what the word is. So you can't really win this game unless you type in all 290,000 words correctly, which I'm not going to do. Yes, I did say OO. Well spotted. You could also just ask me to say OO if you wanted me to. So yeah, you're right, 5Grab. I'm not really learning hooks at the moment. This program doesn't currently teach you hooks. I know there are some word learning programs that do. If you learn all the threes, then I suppose you know the 2 hooks. But yeah, I'm not specifically learning hooks at the moment, which I probably should do. I will think a bit more about how I would incorporate that into the program. I might be able to actually show the hooks. Yeah, in the answer, when it shows you the answers up here, it could put the hooks next to the words. That's something. I mean, I have the hooks available because I have the command in Emra's bot, so it's just a case of calling that same command. Although for the word at, it would be quite long. Nedgo, yeah, I probably also Nedgo 5Grab. Thanks for dropping by the stream. I think I'll end it now. We've been going quite a long time. Yes, I've been studying words for over an hour now. You just finally get this Blaha out of here. And we will look for somebody to raid. Thank you, everybody, for coming by the stream. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you, in particular, Zando Toaster and my Miggy for subscribing. And I don't know who's telling who to stop what anymore. I'm just going to look for a raid. Since we've gone late again, there's not many people that I know streaming. There is Reasonable Cube is streaming, but we raided a Rubik's Cube stream yesterday. Who has a suggestion? Ruina_II is doing crosswords. Well, crosswords are almost Scrabble. Thanks for being here, T-Bago. Sorry we've gone a bit late again. Let me just check out Ruina_II. They are indeed doing crosswords. Well, that's good enough for me.
And since Pokemon is a part of Malay.
Let's not go to them. Let's raid them. Oh, you've designed a crossword that he'll be solving on his stream. That's good. I'll have to try and catch that. So that is the raid. So I will be back on Friday with Dwarf Romantic, and probably most of you will be interested in my Scrabble stream, which will be Saturday around 4 PM Eastern as usual. And thank you all for being here. Bye for now.